The first thing that I want to say today is that I've changed the name of my YouTube channel. I've changed it from Photos, Travel, Food. To be honest with you, that is descriptive but a little bit dull. So I've changed it to the Travelling Fat Man. Really for two reasons. First of all, well, I like to travel. And the second reason, I'll kind of let you work that out yourselves. But, you know, someone who's going to come into these videos later on in the year, round about the summer, is my brother. And although I've put on a bit of beef over the years, my brother, he's just different gravy. He's a big boy. Loves his food, that kid. I remember when we were youngsters growing up, and you'd go through to the kitchen for your tea of a night, and you'd be sitting there with your sausage and mash or whatever, and you'd be like, Mammy, where's the salt? It's over there, son, orbiting your brother. He's a big bloke. And after you'd finished your tea, you'd want to go through to the living room, watch some television, maybe Grange Hill or something like that back in the day. And you'd be looking around. Mammy, the sofa's disappeared. Mammy, where's the sofa? Oh, your brother ate it. He said he was hungry. He's a big kid. Anyway, today I've come out to Sungei Buloh Wetland Reserve in the north of Singapore, near the causeway that takes you across to Malaysia. I've come here to try and do some wildlife photography. I've got here early in the morning. It's actually just after sunrise, maybe about 7:15. But there's already a number of cars here. People come out here. There's a bit of bird life that goes on. Some migratory birds come through the north of Singapore. But also, and not a lot of people realise this, there are actually wild crocodiles that inhabit the reserve. I'm not sure if we'll see them today. Looking at the tide times, we're here round about high tide, and I think you're more likely to see them about low tide, but we'll take our chances and see what happens. You also get other wildlife here. It's pretty common to see hornbills, very large monitor lizards. You can get spiders and you can get snakes, all this sort of thing. So we'll get the camera out the back of the car, have a wander around and see what we find. I kind of hope that, you know, you see, there are pictures online and videos of sometimes the crocs come out the water and they're actually on the path that sort of leads you around the reserve. I'm kind of hoping I don't see any crocodiles like that. A little bit scared of them, to be honest. Actually, I'm also not that keen on spiders and snakes. Probably should have stayed at home. Okay, let's get the gear out and take some photos, see what we can find. Here's what I'm shooting with today. I've got a Canon 5D Mark IV with a 400mm lens and a 1.4 extender, taking the focal length up to 560mm, a bag with cleaning cloths, some water in there, and obviously the tripod. Okay, let's go see what we can find. Hopefully no snakes or spiders or crocs on the path. Around the reserve they have a number of these bird hides set up. I'm always scared to go into them first because I'm sure that's where the snakes and spiders and crocodiles go to rest, waiting for photographers. Usually I try and come here with someone else and send them in first, hoping they don't realise. but I'm by myself today, so let's pluck up the courage, see what we find. I think we're safe. Okay, I'm going to set up here for a little while, take some photographs, see if anything comes along. Okay, first of all, forgive the sweat and the red face. It's nothing to do with the weather, but I've just seen one of those spiders that I was talking about earlier. Now, thankfully, it's not sort of strung across the path behind me, but it's at the side and amongst the trees. So I'm going to set up here and try and get a couple of pictures of this monster. So the camera is set up on the tripod. I'll be using a shutter delay in the release button. You won't be able to see it in the video, but the spider is, or maybe you can. There's a spider in its web over there. So I'll get a couple of shots. There's a lovely little pond about halfway round the wetland walk, and it's quite a common area to see the big monitor lizards. You might not be able to see anything on this video, but I've set the camera up and I'll get some photographs, and I will try and get some video of the lizard as it moves around the pond. I think this is my favourite hide, but with the way the water is today, there's not much to see in this way of the wading birds, but there is another big spider down there. I'm not sure if you can make this out in the video, but there is a big spider down there. So I'm going to set up the camera and get some images of that